Yutapak mito, hai best nikta dochi mapao krawenosha. What a lord chiba fuso bachila nuba chubanok. Yatuka uwanrika chotin wani maurata wakata chiluma lispa. Kavadumpa, mo wendido chokerembi norta kunyun wishchawa kachuba, sura dachi morotuko gansa. Yatuka uwanrika chotin wani maurata wakata chiluma lispa. Yatuka uwanrika chotin wani maurata wakata chiluma lispa. Bram tabanim sochu. Da come jusmak miki baranyeto so rika chondin wana magrable mogo. Kavanatakalu, kavanami donki krato. Charika yayakta, min sobachina ninga ballo cha jukso ni chortuna. Kavanatakalu, kavanami donki krato. Kavadumpa, mo wendido chokerembi norta kunyun wishchawa kachuba, sura dachi morotuko gansa. Yatuka uwanrika chotin wani maurata wakata chiluma lispa. Yatuka uwanrika chotin wani Charika yayakta min sobachina.
You are the Jedi I've heard reports of, and I am Azkul, leader of the mercenaries on Dantooine. That is correct, and I want you to help me. According to my reports, I have 4 times as many soldiers as the militia, and I'm committed to taking Kunda. It is inevitable if you don't succeed. If you wish to avoid my men eradicating the people of Dantooine, you will make it easier for me to take Kunda. Of course, I will pay well for your services. You'd better reconsider. I can't have a Jedi interfering with my plans. There is a considerable bounty on your kind that I will collect on unless you're working for me. There are many ways someone with your abilities can aid us. Before the action begins, I have 2 main tasks in mind for you. Disable the gun turrets and the traps. You'd better reconsider. I can't...
I applaud your conviction. A lesser person might have deceived these brutes to avoid battle.
Men, I trust you can handle this Jedi.
This will teach you. Why are you here?
I don't suppose you found any of... That's great news. My offer still stands. I'll pay you 3,000 credits for all of them. Thanks for your help on...
You a new salvager? Or one of those... We don't need... I'm gonna... And... A salvage...
It's you again. I found... I found 3 things down there. One's some sort of crystal, and the other... If you give me a pleasure doing business with you. Now I can finally get back. Come back. It's you again. I found... Oh, that again. Alright. Urala got there before me, but after You're a bit demanding, aren't you? If you want the modulator, I'll sell it to you for 500 credits. The same price I offered to Sulu.
I hear you. Admiral, this is Mikal. I have found the exile.
Zeron keeps goading the mercenaries. I think he should let the little thing slide. He's making things worse for everyone.
Any luck on getting my modulator back from Joran? I don't think anyone here will be able to help him. Fantastic! I'd only hoped to get the modulator back. I never imagined you would get my money back, too. How did you do it? Really? You must have been very persuasive. I'm relieved this situation is finally resolved. You have more than earned this reward.
Welcome back. Is there anything else I can do for you? What? Someone has been taking holocrons from sites across the galaxy. It is almost as if someone does not want their knowledge used to find the Jedi. The situation on Dantooine is echoed in other places in the galaxy. Raiders, smugglers, all seek to plunder what remains of the Jedi, and even the Sith. More so than the Jedi themselves, I fear the loss of their history. Much has been forgotten in recent... What? What?
I see you have found the elusive Master Vrook. He's told me that his rescue complicated our situation to some degree. I can't say that I anticipated that. that. I thank you for finding him, though. Vrook has informed me that the mercenaries devised a plan of attack to annihilate Kunda itself. I must ask for your aid again, Jedi. Zeron says that even with a plan, the mercenaries have to gather their forces, then coordinate their assault. So we still have time. I'm afraid the militia has not been adequately trained for the task that befalls them. Militia is effective at peacekeeping, but isn't prepared for a full-scale battle. If you can do anything to ready them for the reality of it, that would be helpful. Besides that, look around Kunda and see what you can do to strengthen our defenses. I know that we don't have the perimeter turrets online, and that alone could make a significant difference. Zeron says there is a considerable chance they will breach Kunda itself. Anything you can do to slow them down could turn the tide of battle. Right now, just us and them, though if... Here is a MasterCard key that will open all of the security doors inside Kunda. Anything that might aid you in your task, please use. Soon, all the civilians will be evacuated. So if you have any business with them, I suggest you take care of it. Whenever you are ready to finalize the defenses, talk with Zeron.
Yes?
Gun turret malfunction. Thanks, stranger. I should be back to duty in no time. Thanks, stranger. I should be back to duty in no time. Thanks, stranger. I should be back to duty in no time. Thanks, stranger.
Do you require anything else, Jedi? Do you require any...
You heard what the administrator said. Each of us has to do what they can. We'll have...
I was right about you. You are trouble. But you might just be the right sort of trouble we need. The mercenaries aren't quick to mobilize, so you have time to do what you need. Or are you ready to finalize the defense plans? We could use people handy with a blaster. Getting people to join the militia for a short stint would be good. We also got a lot of things that could use fixing. It isn't glamorous, but that type of work sometimes. When you're ready, come back and we can talk about the final plans to defend Kunda.
We've been told to provide you with anything you need. We have to keep the news up.
Any more trouble for Dantooine?
You'll find little welcome here. I won't. Yeah, I guess so. I'm not too fond of my job, but it's better than the job I'd have if the Mercs took over. I'll report to Zeron for militia duty.
Any more trouble for Dantooine?
Do you require anything?
I was right about you. I don't know for certain. It could be a day or even a week. Depends on how good Azkul is at organizing his men. I'm guessing not so good. You sure? Once we're done with that, there may not be any time left before the mercenaries attack. All right, then we got a lot to do.
Since you are here to bolster Kunda's defense, I will hurry to the mercenary camp and delay their assault however I can.
I imagine that the mercenaries have got two goals in this whole thing. Kill me and kill the administrator. The rest of the settlers won't have courage to resist if they succeed. The administrator's locked up in her office tight, which means that the mercs have to go through us and Kunda's defenses. Thanks to you, they're gonna have a tougher job. That's about it. We just need to dig in and wait for the mercs to come. Let's get ready for the mercenaries. If we fall here, all of Dantooine falls with us.
So you're the Jedi. I take it you are responsible for the surprises we've had during this battle. Stand aside. Our quarrel is with a distinguished administrator. This isn't your problem. She's inconvenient and doesn't know the chain of command. She will pay for that. Then you've allied with these flaming settlers. The galaxy doesn't tolerate weakness. I was trained at Malak's academy. Your tricks won't work on me. You're just an another dead Jedi to me.
Sorry I was held up, but it looks like I've arrived in time to pull you out of your predicament.
Kill them all.
Thank you so much for your aid. You can be sure that Dantooine will forget how the Jedi protected us from this. I'm sorry to offend you. You are, of course, our savior. We are a humble community, and this conflict has greatly diminished our resources. I hope this reward will be sufficient. I am humbled by your generosity. I will put this to good use. Now, if you will excuse me, I have much work to do. Dantooine will be slow to rebuild, but I am confident now that we will one day achieve prosperity.
Kunda is safe in no small part due to you. I feel certain that the Administrator wouldn't have made it without your assistance. I may have misjudged you. In any case, I am free to talk about whatever you wish. You have seen the end of your trial. Perhaps you would like to explain how you came to this knowledge. That was intended only for the Jedi Council. If what remains of the Council chooses to tell you, then I will abide by their decision and its consequences. Are you listening? I can't tell you more. The knowledge would not help you anyway. You have more questions for me? Have they? I've seen no evidence of them upon Dantooine. Only murderers and raiders. Why would they attack you? You are no Jedi. You cannot feel the Force. Perhaps it is Dantooine, but I do not feel such from you. I feel nothing but what I felt in the Council Judgment Chamber on Coruscant so long ago. Still, you and your connections were often a subject of debate in the Council. It is possible that returning to known space, journeying with others, has caused the Force to stir within you again. Though it seems unlikely the Sith would bother with you. For some reason, I believe you. Still, I am curious as to how they would know to find you. Your trial was not public knowledge. Regardless, these Sith have struck, and you survived. This is more knowledge than I had before. And that means the Jedi may gather. If you can find others, or find some trace of the Sith threat, then we shall gather here on Dantooine. And from there we may decide what can be done. You have more questions for me? I suppose there is something I should show you. It will keep you alive long enough to prove useful. You may lack the discipline for this, but I will attempt to teach you anyway. This form is considered the pinnacle of Force mastery. Now watch carefully. This subtle technique enhances the duration of many force powers at your disposal. However, the focus required for this form can drain your energy quickly and leave you vulnerable to force attack. I don't know how you learned that so quickly. Still, your form is slop.
Yes, General? I feel a sense of peace. It's nothing, just something that opened my eyes.
Statement. Master, if you could indulge me for a moment, I must express some degree of irritation at your actions. Perhaps my anticipation of working with one who served at Malachor 5 was too high, but you are countering all those expectations. Statement. Well, all your behavior up to this point suggests either strong atonement or confirmation that the atrocities attributed to you during the war were in fact accidents. Answer. Why? Because your actions then and now are related?
My life for yours. I will. My people. That's. Is there something else you wished?
Yeah, something wrong? Go ahead, man. It's all this traveling, being trapped in the ship. Everything's just too quiet. I'd rather be doing something, somewhere with people, activity, some life. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been off planet. Guess I got used to it. Well, Nar Shaddaa may be one of the biggest cesspits in the galaxy, but it's got a life to it. Activity, aliens, people, refugees. It's like noise, but relaxing. Like the hum of a hyperdrive. Yeah, well, I wouldn't go that far. I'll believe it when I see it. No thanks. You can keep your Jedi training to yourself. I already know Nar Shaddaa better than you ever will. Go ahead. It's all the... I'd rather... Yeah. It's got a... Well, it's not how most people see it. You kind of have to let the place grow on you. Like a fungus. Yeah? Didn't think I'd hear a Jedi ever refer to Nar Shaddaa like that. Yeah, right. Save the philosophy for some Padawan. Yeah, something wrong? Go ahead and ask. It's all this trap. I'd rather... Yeah. Well, Nar's got a... Yeah, well, I wouldn't go that far. No thanks. Go ahead. Look, before we get into a game of Guess the Pazak card, pull back on the throttle. I don't know you that well to start sharing our life stories. Talk? About what? Why, you tried to be my father? No thanks. Already had one. Somewhere. Are you sure you're a Jedi? Look, I mean...
Yeah, what do you... I thought that the Force would be enough of a weapon for it. That's a good position for a warrior to take. But even better if he relies completely on his own strength. Here you go. But now what...
Yes? Have you come with questions? Ask. I know of them, yes, and how much like beasts they had become. Combined, one and... Yes, of pain he has learned much. Of knowledge, of teaching, he knows nothing. Like the others, he was spawned by the horrors of the Mandalorian Wars. He exists solely to spread his pain to all Jedi everywhere. Even now she is difficult to see. He, if he can truly be called a man any longer, is one of the Dark Lords that pursues you. I do not think he knows what you are. Not yet. He spared the Miraluka, and that may have been the last shred of feeling that exists within him. Keep his slave. One cannot have power of that magnitude that her master possesses and still think and perceive the universe as we do, as most of us do. I had hoped that you would not have to confront him, but her presence here has changed all that. You will have to meet him in battle. You must be prepared to sacrifice the blinded one. Perhaps her death will buy you the time you need to deal with her master. If you have such power, then I would make use of it. There is no need to dirty your hands when you can convince another to drive a blade into their own heart. Oh, you have promise. But wait until you have more years fall upon you, and you will see what a shell your heart will become.
Yeah, something wrong.
We've hit the ground. This is Korriban. Why would one of the Jedi you're looking for come here?
It seems quiet. Just the wind. But deep beneath the surface, you can feel the pain of what took place here. There's great power in this place, for those who can hear its call.
There is much that would draw a Jedi to this place. The resting grounds of the ancient and more recently departed Sith contain many teachings believed lost. The most likely place to find our lost Jedi is the ruins of the old academy. As lifeless as it seems, the dark side is very strong here. The Sith Lords would not ignore such a powerful place. There is much that can be learned, even here. After Malak and his army were defeated, instead of restoring order to Korriban, Revan suddenly departed, leaving both his destination and reasons for leaving a mystery. It took a year or two for the Republic to send a force here to deal with any Sith that may have remained. They found Korriban much as we have, barren and lifeless. It was assumed that the remnants of the Sith turned on each other, vying for what little power remained. The Republic found evidence that several Sith Lords escaped Korriban, fleeing to remote sections of the galaxy. If you walk Korriban's surface, you shall walk it without me. I cannot. This place is strong with the dark side. It is difficult to center myself here. Korriban holds few secrets from me, but much that you should learn. Perhaps not, but I would caution you to guard your feelings carefully here. Korriban attacks the spirit and the body, and there have been few who can fight its power. I will remain here and meditate. Our link remains. I shall contact you. The academy is on the other side of this valley. Be careful. Dark energy fills these rooms, and even the fallen Sith live still. The structures you see around you are the plundered tombs of the ancient Sith Lords. Each tomb was once infused with the history and heritage of the old Sith Empire, containing great mysteries and powerful relics of the Force. However, even the many traps could not long hold back the curious, the fools, and the weak, and so these tombs fell, spilling their secrets into the hands of those unable to comprehend or preserve them.
Yes, General? I feel a sense... It's nothing, just something that was...
This was the tomb of Tulak Hord, known as the greatest lightsaber duelist of the Sith Lords. His skill was considered remarkable even in his time, when many true lightsaber masters lived. If you were to face an ancient Sith Lord in combat, you would learn that we are as children playing with toys compared to the prowess of the old masters. That is unknown, but supposedly he created a holocron to teach his technique to other Sith. the holocron would have been laid to rest in his tomb. Unfortunately, Tulak Horde's tomb was among the first penetrated by the grave robbers of the new Sith Order. If the holocron has survived, I doubt anyone living would know its location. The tomb of Naga Sadow, successor to Marka Ragnos, and the Sith Lord responsible for nearly conquering the Republic in the Great Hyperspace War a millennia ago. More recently, this tomb was where Revan confronted Uthar Vin, the leader of the Sith Academy. When Revan left Korriban, the Sith Academy was thrown into turmoil. With their leader gone, many fought for the right to rule. And so, the Sith here turned on each other, resulting in the carnage you can see covering the surface of this valley. The broken corpses before you are all that remain of the Sith on Korriban. I doubt there is much to be gained from looting these bodies. It would be best to leave them be. Fool! You've disturbed the spirits of this place, and they have sent their guardians. Hisses are enough to humble even an arrogant one such as you. Test yourself if you must, but try not to die.